Baseball was too boring, not exciting enough for me. It didn't matter. If there was a rodeo, I was there. I made it 16 times to the Dodge National Circuit Final.
This episode of Beyond the Chutes comes to you from Mike Swearingen's Rodeo reunion in Wyoming, New York. What started as Mike's 70th birthday party has turned into an annual gathering of cowboys from all across the Northeast. And if you're talking rodeo in the Northeast, one name always comes up, Jimmy Grasso. A Jersey cowboy who started riding broncs later than most, but still made the Dodge National Circuit Finals in Pocatello, Idaho 16 times. I've known Jimmy since the early 90s, and if there was a rodeo anywhere within flying distance, Jimmy was there. Let's get into it. Saturday afternoon here at Mike Swearingen's, what started out as his 70th birthday party a year ago has turned into an annual rodeo reunion for cowboys all across the Northeast. And anytime you are talking about cowboys from the Northeast, you got to talk about my friend, Mr. Jimmy Grasso. Welcome to Beyond the Chutes, Jimmy.
Yeah, baby.
You've done this. This is old hat to you. This is hardly even fun. You know?
I didn't start till I was 38 years old.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, you're jumping way ahead, and I know you like to do that, and I like for you to do that. However, we want to slow it down. I want to go all the way back to the beginning. Baltimore now, but take us back. Jersey now. Take us to the earliest memories. First memories you can remember.
Harrisonville, New Jersey, moved to Franklinville, New Jersey, graduated from Delsea, wrestled, played football, semi-pro football, you know.
So now you're jumping way too fast.
Yeah.
So tell us about grade school. Was you around horses? Was you around rodeo?
I wasn't around anything. I didn't do any of that. Grade school, I grew up in Mollica Hill, New Jersey, and then ended up moving to Franklinville, New Jersey. You know, no horses.
What sports in grade school? What'd you get interested in?
Soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah, baseball. Baseball was too boring, not exciting enough for me. You know, they're going to put me in the outfield no matter where they hit it. I was under the ball, caught the ball. Oh, we need you here. We need you here. Wait a minute. That boring stuff, I don't get it.
It didn't work for you. It didn't work for you.
Not at all.
Okay. So junior high, when did you start wrestling? You said wrestling.
Sal Marquez there at Delsea. He told me, I played football for him. He says, and you're going to wrestle for me.
Okay, now you're throwing a lot out here. Football. When did you start playing football? What positions was you playing?
When I was in the midgets, they put me in at fullback, and they'd play bull in the ring. And that means you have the ball, and you take, around you, and you run into somebody. I was breaking collarbones, breaking there, and they said, no, you got to stop this. We're going to put you at fullback, and we want to run you.
Okay.
Okay.
And fullback's the blocking back, too.
Blocking back, and nobody come around me. I was going through them. Anybody put their head down through me, that was not happening.
Okay.
I was going through.
You're eating up linebackers and linemen, playing the whole deal.
Yeah.
So keep going. Then he said.
Then I ended up going, and I figured, I want some of that glory. I want to be a white out or something like that. I should have just stayed at fullback, but hey, whatever. Just did what I had to do, and then wrestled. It was all good there.
So when did you start wrestling?
Wrestling, I started in my 8th grade year.
And no basis before that?
No, nothing.
No roughhousing,
never
no nothing?
Knew nothing about it. And then started there, I guess, because once I became a freshman, and wrestled for Delsea, and it was a tight-knit thing, and I had to cut the weight. Delsea Regional High School.
And how many kids in your class?
There are 204.
So this is a good-sized school.
Yeah, good-sized school. Matter of fact, you jump a little ahead, 50-year reunion next.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The end of the month.
Okay. Excellent. And we talk a lot on here, rodeo mindset. We're going to get into rodeo and when you found rodeo. And I know it was a bit later in your life, but we talk a lot about what we call the 3 R's, rodeo, racing, and wrestling.
Right.
Wrestling, okay? And talk a little bit about, share your impressions of that wrestling mindset.
Yeah, there's no quit. The only thing, I was never afraid of opponent. That damn scale.
The scale.
You know, I had to cut
Had to
weight
make weight.
because I couldn't beat the kid at 130, so I had
Okay.
to wrestle 123.
Okay.
You know, and just cutting that weight.
What kind of weight are we talking? You naturally would have been a 130?
I naturally would have been a 130, but,
Yeah.
you know, Dennis
That's-
Renero, his brother wrestled in college, and every time he'd come home and teach him this, I could move him, I could do whatever thing. I couldn't beat him, so
Yeah.
it ended up being.
So you had to cut.
Yeah.
That's a lot. If
Yeah.
you're naturally a 130 and you got to cut 7 pounds,
Yeah.
and you better cut more than 7 if you want to
Yeah, exactly.
be there
And
consistently starting.
Exactly. You know, and then I ended up getting into a car accident,
Oh.
2 fractures in my lower back and a crushed vertebrae, you know, and I was seated first in districts, you know, all the way. And, you know,
Couldn't
I
wrestle?
never end up,
Couldn't wrestle.
couldn't
Did
finish
that
wrestling.
end your wrestling
That
career?
ended my wrestling career.
When was this? What year in high school?
74.
So 74, you're a
I was done.
junior?
Yeah.
Junior in high school.
Junior in high school, I was done.
What happened? Car wreck.
I was making a left-hand turn, and a guy wasn't paying attention, just hit me in the rear end, and
Oh, wow. Wow.
that's
So did you have surgeries and that sort of thing?
well, that and wear the neck brace and
Okay.
all that stuff, and
Okay.
everything ended up lining up.
But the wrestling career is over.
The wrestling career is over.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And that wrestling mindset, has that served you in life?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's the, you know, you don't give up. You don't quit. It's a no quitter there. That's
Yeah.
def-
Yeah. Yeah. Sam just joined us at the table here. Good to see you. Good to have you with us.
Hello, Dougie Doug.
Good to have you with us. So we're talking a little bit of rodeo. We're talking a little bit of wrestling. Jimmy wrestled until he got hurt so bad he had to drop out. And football too.
yeah,
Was that
I
the
didn't
end
do
of
football.
everything?
I was done then. You're
You were
right.
done.
Yeah.
Auto wreck took you out of the business.
Right.
So talk a little bit about high school and on then.
Okay, from now I moved to Baltimore. You know, I'm in Baltimore now. I'm out of Jersey, and a buddy of mine, Billy Pfeiffer, which was riding bulls at Cowtown, he said, pull my rope. You know, what are you talking about? So I went to Cowtown. I helped him for a year pull his rope. So I'm pulling his rope, and I said, I can do this. So I ended up going to Bobby Berger's
Oh, yeah. Bull
School.
riding school.
out there in Oklahoma. What's that?
Bull riding school.
Bull riding school.
Okay.
So I rode bull riding school, and he was a saddle bronc champ. And he said, "Okay, you know," I said, "No, I don't know nothing about no horses. I just did the bulls. The third bull I ever got on, I rode."
How
Went
old?
to Cowtown.
How old?
I'm 38 years old.
38 years old. You get on a bull for the first time.
Yeah.
So you're in good shape.
Yeah. Oh, great shape.
Okay. And you're just like, I can do this.
Yeah. And every bull I rode, I hung up to.
What?
Every bull I rode, I would hang up to.
Okay.
See, what ended up being is it was a great big bottle. Bobby DeVecchio.
Yeah.
You know, I showed him.
Out of the Bronx, right?
Yep, the Bronx, yep. And he said to me, he says, the problem is you're taking too big of a bubble.
I see.
I did away with the bubble, then I didn't hang up no more.
Nice.
But a buddy of mine,
Yeah.
Glenn Yo, says, come to my bareback riding school. I said, all right, we'll try the bareback riding
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
And then he put your hand in the rig and just jerk. I said, man, Glenn, I can't do this. This ain't me.
No.
And another buddy of mine was there, Larry Aldolf. He says, get on this bronc. I said, man, I know nothing about no bronc. So I got on the bronc, and it was heaven then. After that school, I entered 5 rodeos down south. And I went down, and they asked me when I come back, how'd you do?
Yeah.
I said, I missed them out.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, wow.
So I ended up
Oh, wow.
coming. And then, sure enough, here they go. They said, no, you do it this way. So
Yeah.
I called Bobby Berger.
Yeah.
My legs are so short, I
I
can't
see.
reach them.
I
He
see.
said, rough lock them out.
Rough lock. What's that mean?
Rough lock means you put your legs over the break of the shoulder.
Yeah.
And when the horse goes to turn out, you point your toes down, then your spurs
So
get
you're locked
So
in.
you're
I
locked in,
got
and he
it.
can do
I
whatever
got
he
it.
wants. And then I'm there at Cowtown.
Yeah.
And Howard Harris
Yes.
Grant's father.
Yes. Yes.
And he says, "You rough lock this horse out, I'll rip you right out of that saddle."
Really?
I said, "Hey, I don't know no other way.
Yeah,
Here I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said 38, it's 28. Not 38, it's 28.
28.
28, here I'm.
You're 28 years of age.
Yeah,
Okay.
28, not
Okay.
38.
Okay.
Got jumped a little.
That's
bit.
okay. That's
But
okay.
then he said, "I'm going to rip you right out of this saddle. You rough lock my horse
and
out."
he can do it.
Oh, my gosh, yes. But he put the rope around the horse's neck. I went out there and I won the rodeo. And then he comes back to me. He says, "Show me your spurs." So I showed him the spurs, and he goes, "Here, this is your problem. The spurs are too damn short."
Okay.
So I ended up putting them in there and went on from then on.
And that
Went
means
to
spurs are too.
Swearingen, just help him out for a rodeo
Yeah.
up here
Yeah.
in New York.
Yeah.
And I'll never, ever come up here in the winter.
Oh.
It was so cold.
It was cold.
That
Okay.
was an understatement cold.
Okay. So you start riding broncs at 48. You go to a longer
28, yeah.
28, excuse
Yeah.
me. You go to a longer spur,
Right?
and that helps you reach up and grab a hold.
Yeah, grab a hold of them, and I
Okay.
went. It didn't matter if there was a rodeo, I was there.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine, I had a 210 Cessna, and I'd fly to.
Now, and when I met you,
Yeah.
this would have been 92.
Right.
You were bronc riding director, First Frontier Circuit, and had been for a number of years.
Yeah.
And at that point, the legend of Jimmy Grasso, two things that I recall. Number one, that you always showed up, you always flew in wherever
Yeah.
we were. Now, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool stuff.
Well, I had a business. I had to run my business, and my sons. I coached. Soccer or football, whatever I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was your business? What is your business?
Jimmy the Mover. They know me as Jimmy the Mover. I move vending equipment, anything that takes a coin.
Okay. Okay.
And I've
So-
had it for 48 years.
48 years and still running today.
Still running today. 70 years old. I've had enough,
Yeah.
Easing out.
Yeah. So I said there was two things about the Jimmy Grasso legend. Number one, you flew in.
Yeah.
Number two, you always made it to the Dodge National Circuit Finals.
I made it 16 times to the Dodge National Circuit Final.
For our listeners, talk a little bit
Yeah.
about what that's about.
That is, they take the top
Top average winner of
average winner
and the year-end
and
winner.
the year-end winner.
16 times.
16 times the Dodge National. They gave me the key to the city, the honorable chief, little man with the towel. It was just awesome.
Yeah, 16 times. Hell, I'm not even that old, Jimmy. What's going on here? Incredible.
And so that's part of the legend. That's two.
Yeah, yeah.
I should have said there's three, and you
Yeah.
just mentioned it. The towel.
Yeah.
The towel.
They
do,
know
you-
me.
do you
They don't
ever
care
go
wherever.
anywhere without
Never,
a towel?
Never. I'm a sweater.
You're a
So
sweater.
I have my towel no matter
Yeah.
how cold it was,
Yeah.
how hot it was.
Yeah.
I got my towel.
And then if there's number 4, every picture I have ever seen, doesn't matter who's riding in the bronc riding, does not matter who's riding at Dodge National Circuit Finals in Pocatello, Idaho, Jimmy Grasso's always in the picture.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
they loved me out there. I, did the TV out there, did the radio out there. We did the skiing. If it was good enough for snow. If not, they did the golfing. They could throw the golfing. I don't like.
you're not a golfer.
at all.
Okay.
The
Okay.
skiing. We had so much fun.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And I remember one time, it was always cold out there, right? I
Oh,
went
yeah.
out there one time.
Yeah.
I believe it was 95.
Yeah.
You and I piled in a car and we went to a rodeo school.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
So yes,
Sean
yes,
Davis.
It was. Oh my God! It was.
Sean Davis.
That's it. Sean Davis. Yep.
Talk a little bit about that.
That's just, Sean, I told him, I said, dude, I'm here. He said, you just come out anytime you're out here, because he's seen me so many times in Pocatello. I'm putting this rodeo school on. You come there. You don't worry about it. You come. You don't have to worry about
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
And it was just,
Yeah.
it was nice to know because here I am from Baltimore. They didn't know nothing. I made it to Mesquite, rode out there. They'd say, oh, who's this guy from Baltimore, Maryland? And Donnie Gay, oh, I guess he's good.
He can ride. That's
Yeah,
something.
it was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, and-
Sean Davis. For people that don't know, check him out.
oh, yeah. But late
Incredible.
60s, 1960s, in the
Yeah.
60s, I don't know the exact year, saddle bronc riding world champion, the RCA at the time. And,
But he organized the NFR for how many years?
oh, forever.
He
Yeah.
he
Forever.
was the backbone
Yeah.
of the NFR.
Yep. Yep. And he's into horse racing and all kinds of stuff. Just a great gentleman.
Yeah, great guy.
And I remember when we went out there, that was like, to meet him was like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's,
I never had no problem. I treated everybody like I want to be treated.
yeah, yeah.
Out there. And
Yeah.
it was overwhelming
Yeah.
at first.
Yeah.
And just like I went out there, I never had to worry about a place to stay, a place to eat, but I didn't want to impress on nobody. So
Yeah.
I always stayed,
Yeah.
away from
Had your own
everybody.
digs. You bet.
It was always awesome.
What a great adventure. What a great
Yeah.
adventure. And I remember rodeoing with you up into Maine and
Oh my gosh. Yes. It was
Right.
just no matter what, there was a rodeo, I was there.
yeah. And you're still involved today.
Yeah, I'm on the board of directors, at First Frontier, and we ended up making that our finals
In
for the
Harris-
first three in
right.
Harrisburg.
Oh, that's huge.
We had 3 performances. This year we have 4.
You've expanded to 4.
We expanded to 4 because we have 3 sold-out crowds.
Yes.
So we just got to
that
pick
is
it up.
so cool. That
and
is-
somebody is riding now is just the best opportunity. They can win, $20,000.
So the money went up. It didn't just get split over from 3 performances to 4. There's more money.
There's more money. Yeah.
Okay. And we saw this summer, kind of caught us off guard a little bit. You guys can now pull up out of Canada, out of what? Quebec and out of
well,
Ontario.
Canada, that's done helped us a bunch.
Yeah.
Because in our bareback riding and all, we're low in numbers. Now, every performance we've had so far,
Yeah.
it's at least 6 to 8 bareback.
Okay.
So we're going to have our finals full.
You'll have, and top
We'll have
what come in? What's qualifier?
the top 12.
Top 12.
Right.
You'll have 12 qualified bronc
Right.
riders and bareback
Yep.
riders?
Yep. So far, it's looking so good.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, and bull riders, and we'll have every event filled.
Yeah. And we got to talk about the legendary, you brought it up earlier, 3 generations run Cowtown Rodeo Arena. PRCA, Hall of Fame rodeo. Tell us about your
That's
impressions.
the oldest weekly rodeo in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you started there, and are you still going down?
I haven't been down this year yet, just easing out, just traveling.
Do you need some plane money? You need some fuel for that plane? Is that what you need? Are you still flying?
No, I haven't been flying. Dale, he still has the plane, but we haven't been up for a while. So
Okay.
that's
okay.
good.
So that's good.
But that, we need
Yeah.
to get up. That's where,
Yeah.
matter of fact, on the way up here, I called him and I said, we need to get in.
Yeah.
He said, yeah. He
Yeah.
said he hit probably 10 years rodeoing with me.
Did he really? Okay. And lots
And
of
we hit
places.
Over 1,000 rodeos.
Is that right? That is incredible.
I would be coaching.
Yeah.
And I'd tell the coaches, I say, hey, what are you guys doing after we're done, coaching here?
Yeah.
I said, you want to come to me? We got to go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
We had to go to Butler.
Yeah.
And went there and
Yeah.
flew
Yeah.
them guys in. They were just like, wow, they never seen a rodeo before. And
Yeah.
here it is. They're guys crazying up.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. It's been great to catch up with you. What are you doing now?
Now, still have my business getting ready to roll out, but I still coach high school wrestling.
You do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm out of football. The coach that I coached with passed away from that sorry-ass cancer, but I haven't done football, but we have a great team at Spires Point High School in Baltimore, Maryland.
So you're still actively
yeah.
involved.
Yep, they
Travel
know-
with the team
yeah,
the whole
baby.
bit?
They know I'm there.
They know you're there. Absolutely. That is excellent. And business is good?
Business is good.
Yeah. So, got any sponsors? Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, no sponsors, no nothing. I just love all you guys.
Yeah. What a pleasure, my friend. Good to
Yeah,
have you
brother.
on Beyond the Chutes, man.
How about a shout out to Jimmy the Mover,
Jimmy the
Jimmy the
Mover.
Mover, that's me.
Absolutely.
kind of AKA Chic of El Paso.
Now, what was this? He tells
Well,
me
now
that
listen,
as we roll in.
We started. Now here it goes, making the finals. We
Yeah.
made the finals down in South Carolina.
Okay.
El Paso is where you
Well,
became
that's
the
what
sheep.
we ended up being.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we started down there. Now,
What took you to El Paso?
well, wait a minute. We
Okay,
gotta go.
okay.
Got to hit. There's
Stay on the
another.
mic.
There's another. Association, the SRA. We
Yes.
hit that.
Okay.
From the SRA. Now we have one that go up in Michigan,
It was Detroit, I think.
Detroit. We had to go to that's the IRA, and from the IRA we go down to El Paso. You make all of them. So I
Okay.
qualified for all of them, and here I am making it, and we're just traveling.
Did he make the NARC finals?
Yes,
That's
NARC
that's El
finals.
Paso.
That's El Paso.
Okay.
The
You
NARC
was riding all the associations back
It didn't
then.
make any difference. Once they passed that, I can do anything. There was a horse there, I was there. I was the SRA, IRA, and RCA. There was one in Ohio. It didn't make any difference.
Mid-states. But
It's like, yeah.
the one thing about Jimmy,
Yeah.
I'd say, Jimmy, are you going? Just enter me.
Is that right?
Just
That's
enter
it.
me.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
I said, Sam, where are you going to be?
Yeah.
I said, I'll fly to wherever you're at, and I'll pick you up, and then we'll drop
We'll
it
go.
after that.
Okay.
So it didn't make any difference. And then they would say, like, what is that guy on? They said, I could tell you that man doesn't drink,
Yeah.
he doesn't smoke,
Yeah.
and he doesn't take drugs.
Yeah.
No, nothing. If we could bottle up what that man has
Yeah,
in him,
yeah.
we'd be millionaires.
Yes.
It-
Always known for the energy.
A quick story. We were coming across the border in Canada. And you know how, you got the bed in the back in the van, and they always wake you up and all that. We pull in, and I'm about half awake, kind of back and listening. And the guy asked Jimmy, "Where are you from? What are you doing?" Oh yeah, Howard, Sam, and Clinton are in the back there. They're asleep. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you later. Never, ever in my life. They always wake you up and
Yeah.
check your ID.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Now with Jimmy.
the sheik, he just rolled us right through there.
I love it. I love it. What a blast. What a hoop, man.
Always,
Yeah.
memories are just,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
And you got any favorite traveling stories?
Yeah. When me and Sammy traveled, we had so much fun. It was 1 and 2 for sure in the
Yeah.
bronc riding, and it's
yeah.
just all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
We always had a good time
Man.
and never had to worry about nothing. We've
Yeah.
never, all these years we've traveled, never had a bad word.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Ever,
Isn't that
it's
something?
just-
Never
No.
thought of it.
Never, nothing. I mean, we're just great friends.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Exactly. Great friends, and we hang up. I'll tell you a story, but
You can't do it online?
no.
Okay. All right. Well, it is a family show and all that.
Yeah.
Mr. Grasso, my friend,
Always a pleasure.
always a pleasure.
You got it, baby.
Enjoy the
Yeah.
reunion. That's Jimmy Grasso, a Jersey-born bronc-riding cowboy, a 16-time qualifier to the Dodge National Circuit Finals, and proof that rodeo grit doesn't care where you're from. We recorded this one last fall at Mike Swearingen's Rodeo reunion in Wyoming, New York, surrounded by the cowboys who built rodeo in the Northeast. Jimmy's story is about heart, hustle, and showing up wherever the broncs are bucking. For Sam Swearingen, I'm Doug Simcox. Thanks for listening to Beyond the Chutes, and we'll see you down the road. This is Beyond the Chutes as presented by Parasite System, with their partners Midwest Veterinary Supply, now offering the new handheld Insight Equine IA with immunofluorescence technology. Beyond the Chutes is hitting the road in 2026, bringing the stories, the history, and the people of rodeo to the places where it all matters. In February, we were at the Kickback Ranch Cowboy Reunion in Raymer, Alabama. And if Alabama is on your calendar, make Kickback Ranch your home base. They've got full hookup RV sites, cowboy cabins, that's where I stayed, cottages, wagon wheel suites, fishing lakes, trails, a swimming pool, and Cowboy Town. It's a place built for families, for events, and for bringing people together. Now, on April 9th through 11th, we will be at the American Rodeo East Regional Finals at the Kentucky Horse Park in Lexington, Kentucky. We will be there to cheer on the super qualifiers from the Western Festival of St. Tite last fall. We'll have our microphones and we will be ready to record. Then we're going to roll into the 3rd annual King Brothers Rodeo Reunion on May 16th. This year, we will be celebrating Steve King's life. Come out and see us. Put these events on your calendar and we would love to meet you. Now, BTC and the Wandering Gypsy RV Life podcast have been working together. We have an upcoming series called Cowboys and Cowgirls Rollin' Smooth. Stan Cromlish, whom I met at last year's Kickback Rodeo Reunion, and I sat down at this year's reunion, and we discussed some of the similarities between RV life and rodeo life on the road that he discusses in his Rollin' Smooth book series. We're also proud to be supporting our BTC athletes during the 2026 rodeo season. Raymond Hotstetler, Eli Hirschberger, and in Iowa, cowgirl breakaway roper Aubrey Wolf. These are competitors doing it the right way on the road and in the practice pen and under the lights. And we'll follow these BTC Cowboys and Cowgirls on their journey all season long, and the season has already begun. This episode is also brought to you by Simcox & Company, Cedar Falls, Iowa, 4 generations strong. Deb, Tom, Eli, and Troy. For your best look, stop and see them. From the road, from the arena, and from the people who live this life, these stories matter. This is Beyond the Chutes.